and splitting those starting reps. But Pro Football Focus is making the argument it's going to be Baker who wins the job. PFF states, quote, Mayfield has a superior tool set and a superior track record of NFL play. He represents the Panthers' best chance of winning games. The question isn't if Mayfield will win the starting job, it's how soon. All right, Shannon, we know Skip's take on this. Do you think there's any truth to what Pro Football Focus is saying here?
No, I mean, this tool set, like he just got a plethora of tools in his toolbox. But are we going to not mention, are we going to forget what they just said? Mayfield has certainly had the better situation than Darnold since both players entered into the league. Lo and behold, Baker Mayfield has been set up for success better than Sam Darnold. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, David Njoku, Austin Hooper, Jarvis Landry.
Playoff win.
Hold on, whoa. Offensive line, Cleveland has consistently been rated a top 3 offensive line since in the last 2 to 3 years. Am I correct?
Clown show.
Now it's a clown show. Now, he had a lot of clowns blocking for him, and they was exceptional. Batonio and all those big guys that was cleaning, doing Conklin was doing that unbelievable job for him. Yes.
Freddie K.
Now you like Freddie K. Baker Mayfield. Look, in 2020, the Browns gave up 7 sacks in 9 games. They were 7-2. Just 1 in 2 playoffs. 0 against Pittsburgh, 1 against Kansas City. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt ran for 2,400 yards, 3rd most. Come on now, Skip. Look, Christian McCaffrey's only played 10 games in the last 2 years. Now, if he can get back to being C-Mac, the first-team All-Pro running back, the 1,000-yard receiver, 1,000-yard rusher, okay, they might be in business. I love DJ Moore. We're going to see they kind of tried to rebuild their offensive line. Offensive line was terrible. I don't believe Baker starts the season. I believe Sam Darnold will start the season because I believe he has a little head start on the playbook. But we'll see how that goes. Like Matt Rule is trying to save his job, but I'm not so sure either of these quarterbacks can do that for him. But I'm going to say Sam Darnold starts the season. But I'm not convinced that Baker Mayfield is just so much more immensely talented than Sam Darnold. I think you and I both can conclude, and everybody can conclude, that he was in a much better situation in Cleveland, even though you said it was a clown show as opposed to what was going on in New York. Because, so if that was a clown show in Cleveland, I don't know what the hell you call that mess in New York.
How about 4 different head coaches and 4 different coordinators in Baker Mayfield's first 4 years? Better situation? I think not.
Yeah, that because
clown
Baker
show? I think so. Freddie K calling plays?
Yeah, Freddie K
did. Now?
Oh, Freddie K was doing a good job when he was OC. You remember how they got when they fired? Who did they fire? Was that Rome? Was that
what?
Hugh?
Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, they fired Hugh, and they got going. Freddie K was calling the plays. Greg Williams took over as the interim head coach as the DC.
Shannon Sharp. I reread the conclusion here from Pro Football Focus, your Bible. Baker Mayfield has a superior tool set and a superior track record, and he represents the Panthers' best chance of winning games in 2022. It's like bingo, bingo, bingo.
That's if they're to win games in 2022.
Okay. I disagree with the final line, though. The conclusion is the question isn't if Mayfield will win the starting job, it's how soon. It's the ultimate clown show. It's beyond the Browns clown show. It's Coach Rule, broken rule, on the hottest of hot seats. And yet, if he had half a football brain, Baker would already be installed as a starting quarterback because it's glaringly obvious that the only way for Matt Rule to save his job is for him to immediately anoint Baker Mayfield and give him the bulk of the camp snaps because he's learning yet another offense from yet another coordinator who failed miserably with the New York football Giants.
If he installs Baker Mayfield as a starting quarterback right now, he'll be fired by week 5. He'll be fired by week 5.
You don't believe
I believe that.
Baker Mayfield is his last resort, his only hope. And I'm here to tell you right now, if Kyle Shanahan or let's say Sean McVay were the head coach right now of the Carolina Panthers,
they wouldn't want him.
Baker Mayfield would be the starter. It would be over and out. He would be declared the starter.
You think Baker Mayfield could play for Kyle Shanahan?
Yep, I do.
Man, please.
Could play for anybody
No.
because he took the Cleveland Browns on a roll that they have not been on the likes of for the last 27 football
Kareem
seasons.
Hunt and Nick Chubb took them on a roll.
Well,
That offensive line took them on a roll.
Baker went 8-3 down the stretch 2 years ago. And wait a second, Baker threw 20 touchdown passes to only 3 picks. And then he went to Pittsburgh against your arch division rival and won their first playoff game in 26 years with a QBR of 91, skills 0 to 100. 91 at Pittsburgh. It's track record. It's proven.
Skip,
it's
that ain't no track.
deal.
Skip, I don't care. If you're running the 400 meters, you can't run a 10-second flat first 100 meters and like, oh, I got it won. You take one isolated situation and then talk about a track record. What track record?
Closed. Well, how about as a rookie? He took over a woebegone football team that had gone 0-16 the year before and 1-31 over the previous 2 years and won 7 games. As a raw rookie, he won 7 games with it after not being allowed to start for Hugh Jackson.
Right.
Okay? Won 7. How do you win 7 games? And he wound up 4th in the NFL in what they call big-time throws, tight window throws. How did he do that as a raw rookie? Because he's good. He was worth the #1 overall pick.
Skip, good, great, franchise. I mean, good is okay, but is he great? Is he franchise altering? Is he a difference maker?
He is for the Carolina Panthers.
No, stop.
So I'm starting because Pro Football Focus started it right here.
Pro Football Focus also said, I mean, I don't understand how you give him all this and said, well, he has certainly had a better situation than Darnold since both players entered the league.
And he capitalized on it.
Okay.
Yep.
So he was in a better situation.
And then last year, he starts off hot, was leading the league after 2 games in completion percentage, and at the end of the second game, he fractures his shoulder and tears his labrum in his left.
Well, you still hadn't told the people what happened in that first game when they had that big old lead against Kansas City, and he wet the bed.
I thought he played really well.
Yeah, he played until... How many fourth quarter comebacks he got, Skip? Look at the completion percentage in the fourth quarter when the rubber needs to meet the road, when people are hungry and he needs to deliver us a meal. What happens?
I don't know. Odell drops a lot.
Odell. See, why ain't nobody even talking about Odell.
Well,
we talked about Odell the last segment.
I showed you clips of all the drops from Odell, big 3rd, 4th down drops last year. And Baker's out there just fighting his guts out, playing when he shouldn't have been playing, according to the Hall of Famer.
And OBS showed us some other thing. Odell Beckham Sr. You know, you got OBJ and OBS. He put together a little compilation. 12 minutes. Baker hit the man in the head. He's like, hold on. He says, my name is Odell Beckham, not David Beckham. I can't bend it like that. Hit the man all in the foot. You saw that, Skip. Now, come on now.
So Coach Rule is splitting snaps between Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
You loved going into that draft. You said he should be drafted #1 overall. And he's also giving a lot of snaps to the kid he loves, that little P.J. Walker, who played for him at Temple. And they drafted the Corral kid out of Ole Miss in the 3rd round. They love him already because they invested in him just the way they invested in Sam Darnold. They gave a 2, a 4, and a 6.
They invested in Baker,
Sam
too.
Darnold. They're paying Sam Darnold $19 million this year, and they're saying, he's our guy. And Sam Darnold's a great young man. He's fun to be around. He's a good teammate. He's just a good guy. Matt Rule loves him, the owner all the way up to Tepper at the top. They love Sam Darnold. They want him to be a success. They want to make him a success. They had to placate their fans by saying, well, if Baker wants to come here and walk on, basically, and play like he did at Texas Tech and OU, we'll let him walk on.
Can I ask you a question? Why would you want Matt Rule to hand Baker the job? Why not have him earn it? You want him to just install him as the starter. Put him out there, and we see what happens. Right now, Sam Darnold is outplaying him. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to continue up until the season, but I'm saying as we sit here right now, by all indication, Sam Darnold is winning the competition. But that's not what Skip Bayless wants. Skip Bayless wants Baker Mayfield installed as the starter without having to compete.
Do you want to save your job or lose it?
No, win the job.
You're going to lose it.
If Baker Mayfield is what you said he is, he should be able to beat Sam Darnold out. If that's what you said he is, is he?
Again, who's picking? Who's at the controls? Is it Kyle Shanahan? No.
Whoa, no. Skip. The cream will rise. It does not matter. It should be. If what you're saying If what Pro Football Focus is saying is, or whomever wrote this article, if Baker Mayfield is exponentially better than Sam Darnold, anybody can click. A fan in the stands is like, you know what, number 6 is so much better than 14.
I'm sure it is glaringly obvious already.
Not with all them picks he throwing, not with all them hands he killing the bugs.
Except Baker
skipping balls.
basically is paying them. That's not what I read. I read that they're a bunch